Don't ever go into a relationship where you end up losing your independence. If you're a career woman making money, keep being your career woman even in that relationship. It gets why. Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to another episode of 30 Plus Click with Max and Yo-Yo. Hi Yo-Yo. Hi. I was wondering if you could give out some advices in terms of boundaries that we should keep up to ensure that we have like a good relationship.
Talking about relationship and boundaries, you must first of all know yourself before you start setting boundaries. Because if you don't know your strength, you don't know what you can tolerate, you don't know what your stretch is. When you're setting boundaries, you don't know whether you're just at the borderline or you're below your stretch, that kind of a thing, right? And so getting into relationship, know yourself first, then know where you're going to put these boundaries.
I actually think that that's important, in terms of knowing yourself. And I think we spoke about similar situations regarding knowing yourselves 2 episodes back. I'm not really sure, but we're going to link that episode that we discussed knowing yourself here in this video so that you can see why it's very important for you to know yourself before you jump into a relationship. But from my point of view, I think that one of the first things is communication. And I think that piggybacks of what you just said in terms of like knowing yourself, like knowing the kind of things you're willing to take and communicate your expectations in a relationship. I think in that same episode I was just talking about 2 episodes back, we talked about, are you a summer girlfriend? Are you a relationship person? Are you looking for a long term thing? Are you looking for a short term thing? Are you open to kids? Are you not open to kids? Know your expectations in any relationship. It's going to help you so that you're not ending up in a situation where you're like having to pivot, bend, switch, conform in a way that, you're trying to make it work when it's not really working. Have clean, clear conversations and know what you're willing to tolerate for this relationship and what you're not willing to tolerate. Know know that which is like, okay, this is too much for me. It's not within my realm of comfortability. We talked about this. I'm not with it. I'm out. I don't know, Yo-Yo. That's just what I think.
Yeah, of course. Another thing you want to consider is that you must know that you are responsible for your joy. You are responsible to take care of your heart. So yes, you can get into a company of people and they make you happy. They can do stuff for you and that can bring some form of joy and happiness to you. But always know that you are responsible for your joy. You're responsible to ensure that you're happy. Always protect your joy, protect your happiness. Know the things that triggers you, the things that makes you happy, and know the things, the conversations, the expectations in your heart that will push you into borderline, and find a way to navigate around it. Don't just expose your emotions, your heart to people breaking it every time. There are sometimes that is beyond you, but also if you watch the signs, sometimes you will know that this is coming for my joy. I need to protect my joy. This is coming for my happiness. I need to keep it. Wax.
Yeah, and I think there's something that we need to discuss, and I don't think we've mentioned this before on this channel, but at this point, I need to mention it. You might think it's something that you have to do in a relationship. If it's not something that you want to do, maybe your values don't align with that, maybe your religion doesn't align with it, don't be afraid to say I'm not with that. You understand? And I know there's this like culture right now, and I don't know where this is coming from, honestly, where everybody just like it's just it's not a big deal. To some people and to me, it's a big deal. If you want to keep yourself, for your marriage, or you wanna keep yourself pure, that's fine. It's okay to set those boundaries. And even if you're not like, okay, maybe it's not a religious thing, but you're just not comfortable, or you're not at the place where you want to, get to that level of intimacy with somebody else, that's okay too. Communicate that. Don't let anybody pressure you into doing things that you are not wanting to do just because you think that is what people do in relationships. Came from, but it's really not. And if you want to take your time and say, you know what, I'm not at the point where we need to engage in genital meet and greets, that's fine. It's okay. Set that boundary.
Hmm. I think you want to stretch that conversation a little bit further because absolutely on 30 plus stage, this is the first time that is coming out of our mouth. I was like, where's that point coming from?
But it's
But
true though.
anyway,
It's true though.
yeah. And so, why that conversation was very important, a lot of people assume. So, people can be very emotional. Everybody wants that cuddle, everybody wants that love, but that is not that I want, right? And so, this is a very hard topic that people don't like to talk about in the public, and they just assume that you should know, right? Well, no, it's now time for you to start talking about it. Talking about it does not mean that you want it, but if you are not comfortable talking about it face to face, find other ways to communicate your boundaries. And if one of your boundaries is a no, no, no until you get married, then don't seduce the person. Don't do things that would make the person think that, oh, does she want me? No, leave that communication very, very clear, right? Talk about it, send text, send an email, but do well to say what your boundary is.
At this point in the 30 plus quick conversations, because we don't want to just be talking to ourselves, right? Let us know in the conversation if you've actually had a conversation with your partner about how did that go for you the first time you guys talked about it. We want to know actually. And if this is something that that you think like, oh, if I had known when I started dating, I would have loved to set this boundary. We want to hear from you in the comment section. One of the final points I want to make is defining financial independence. Listen, every woman wants to be spoiled and loved by her man. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I would love for a man to like buy me things, do things for me and stuff like that. But being able to have your own financial independence from that person, goals. Don't ever go into a relationship where you end up losing your financial independence. If you're a career woman who was, making your XYZ kind of money, keep being your career woman even in that relationship. You get why? Because you always want that option for yourself. And I'm just saying, you don't want to be over reliant, over dependent. It cheapens you. It cheapens your value. It cheapens everything that you bring to the table. And I mean, at the beginning, it's cute and everything, but people are human beings. Like slowly, the person starts to get irritated every time you say, you want something, you want X, Y, Z, and from them, it also takes away your ability to make certain decisions. I've been on the internet and I know that a lot of people are in marriages that they are in right now because they don't have the financial independence to walk away, because they are thinking, oh, how am I going to start? And even forget about marriages, even relationships. Young girls are dating people. They're like, this guy is taking care of my rent, he's taking care of my house, he's taking care of my hair, he's taking care of my clothes. Like without him, you will be naked on the street. You don't want to give someone that level of power over you. So even if it's your one naira, two naira, or $1 $2 or whatever pounds or cents that you are making, keep making it. Even if your guy is the king of the world, keep making your dollars. You just need to have that option and you need to have that financial independence. I cannot overstress it enough. Forget all this sprinkle thing. You need to have your money in your pocket. It gets why. So,
Why?
yo yo.
Take it from us, you get why. I'm always the fan that always tell people that before you get married, at least find something doing. Even if the salary is not in the thousands or millions, but at least just that minimum one thing. Find something doing before you get into any marriage. And if you're already in a marriage, you're married already, you're in a relationship, and you still don't have anything doing, stay on our page. We'll be talking about different ideas where you can make, side income, side hustle, and and think deep. Think deep. You have skills, you have competencies. What can you do, or what can you do to monetize those things, right? So I know why some people have this financial conversations very tough, because they stand here at this point and they're dreaming about point 100. But you need to build your steps. It takes one block, another block to achieve a mansion. And so keep that vision there, but work your way backwards and start building up, right? One 10,000, $1, $10, yeah. Bring those little pieces together, and you're going to be a little bit financial independent. And you know what? On 30 plus click, this is another one, because we've always been talking to ourselves, and we want to give just one person to join us on this studio. And so if you think that you're brave enough to wave it over camera and you're no longer camera shy, and you think you want to join us on studio, we're going to pin our email here. Send us an email, slide into our DM, and we'll be happy to do a preliminary screening and get you on board. All right. And so for our 30 plus community, thank you for staying with us. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comment. Thank you for sharing on your WhatsApp status, on your social medias also. But wait, you always look at our shorts. We see the 500 views. What are you waiting for? Why not subscribe? These shorts right now, subscribe. Hit the subscription button. And don't forget to turn on your notification bell. We love you all the way from our studio, Max and Yo Yo. Take care.
Bye, guys.